Nerd Reactor, roll out.
What's up, everybody? John here, and it's time to talk about White Men Can't Jump, the 2023 version of the classic 90s White Men Can Jump. That one starred Wesley Snipes and Harrison, and those two are just a powerhouse of performance. And when you're watching them, you're like, man, these guys are good. Wesley Snipes, his character, he is able to make you feel like even when you're winning, you're losing. And Woody Harrelson, he's just trying to hustle. He's trying to hustle people, putting the backwards baseball cap and just walking around. And then he can fool you. And when you watch these guys perform, play, like they look legit. And even though, like in real life, Wesley Snipes was not a good basketball player, but he can make you. It's just his performance, his personality. That's why he was chosen to be in the movie. And now you have this movie with Cinco Walls. He plays Kamal Allen, and then you have Jack Harlow as Jeremy. So he's making his debut in this movie, and both of them, people are calling it a remake, but this isn't really a remake just because it only has White Men Can't Jump. So it's just White Men Can't Jump by name only, because it's new characters, new stories, and different motivations, different backgrounds. So let's say Kamal, Cinco as Kamal, he had the potential of becoming a professional basketball player, being in the NBA, and something happens, and pretty much his future there has been ruined, and now he is a family man, and he's just working. He's a working man now. So he was up here, and now he's down here, and you have Jack Harlow's Jeremy, who's injured, and he wants to be a professional basketball player. So both of them kind of similar, but kind of not. And they both have different backgrounds. And with this story set in modern times, it's different from back in the days, where back in the days, the movie's called White Men Can't Jump. So you're like, oh, that means white guys can't play basketball, or et cetera, et cetera. And so with that one, you have Woody Harrelson. You know, he's just trying to dunk, and you can see him like practicing dunking and dunking over and over again. And with this one, now, you know, times are different now, and it shouldn't be a surprise anymore. And so this does have nods to the classic movie, but they also have jokes that make fun of just how things are. And I think the jokes, I feel like most of the time they fall flat, and they make comments about how times are different now. And because these are new characters set in modern times, so when they're talking about this stuff as if it's new, I just felt like it's just bad, because it's like, where have you been? Have you been living under a rock? And it just kind of feels like it's part outdated, but also part trying to be modern at the same time, which doesn't feel like, it just doesn't feel right. And when you watch it, you're like, oh, this is just bad. And let's talk about the performances. Like both of them, they're both having their own passion, their goals in life, and that's cool, you know. But when you're watching it, the performance, I didn't really care about what they want to do, because the whole time it's just they didn't care what they want to do. So two characters not really going for it. And just I want like 100%, so it doesn't even feel like 100%. So because of that, I'm like, why do I care? Why do I not want to watch this? And both of them together, I felt no chemistry with these two characters. And there's the drama aspect, and then there's the part where they do their friendship bonds. But when that does happen, there's no feeling of that. Like, oh, yeah, these guys are going to be great buddies. The story, too, is just them just playing ball, trying to win money. But there's just no good drama that's inside this. It just feels like it's made for TV. And, well, it's coming to Hulu. There's a reason why. And I just felt it's too safe. There are parts where they try to be edgy, but even them trying to be edgy feels safe. Like, oh, this is, we'll say this to make this sound cool. But overall, just this movie, oh my God. White Men Can't Jump, 2023. It's just a very bland movie. And the characters, there's no chemistry between Cinco and Jack Harlow's characters of Kamal Allen and Jeremy. And then you have the great Lance Reddick, who's in this movie. Rest in peace. I felt like he delivers a solid performance as the father for Kamal's character, and I think that's the only time where I felt like, oh, I like this story. I like this little subplot. But Lance's time in this is very minimal, so he has a small screen time, and everything else, it's just why am I here? Why am I watching this? Why are they making this movie? And it's just new characters, new stories. But I get it, because there's no way to capture the original with Woody Harrelson's performance, with Wesley Snipes. You can't redo the same characters in the same story and do it justice. There probably is a way, but probably like a 1% chance. I think in the end they failed to pull that off. And yeah, White Men Can't Jump. I wasn't too pleased with this. So those are my thoughts on the movie. Let me know what your thoughts are on the comments below. Once it's out on Hulu. With that said, I'm John, and I'll see you guys next time.